All right, now we're going to be talking about how you can be comparing and contrasting stories that you're reading. So you really have to focus in on the characters when you're comparing and contrasting and different parts of the plot, like the setting and those kinds of things, how characters are feeling, those can also be compared and contrasted. Let's take a look at this. So readers need to be able to read two different stories. Okay, usually they're similar stories to some degree. And you need to be able to compare and contrast them, which means tell what the two stories have the same and what's different about them. Okay? Readers also need to be able to compare and contrast the characters in the story. So not only do you have to be able to compare and contrast the stories themselves, but also the characters. So we're going to kind of just take a look real quick. So pretend this is passage 1 and passage 2. So passage 1 has 2 star characters and 3 circle characters, and then 3 square characters, and then a blue diamond character. Passage 2 has 2 diamond characters, 2 circle characters, 4 square characters, and 1 blue diamond character. So I can say that paragraph 1, these are the things that passage 1 has that passage 2 does not. So I placed them right here. So passage 1 has black stars. That's something that it has that passage 2 does not have. Passage 2 does not have black stars. Passage 1 has 3 circles, 1, 2, 3. Passage 2 does not have 3 circles. Passage 1 has 3 squares, 1, 2, 3. Passage 1 has 4, or passage 2 has 4 squares. So those are some differences. The differences go on the outside. Whatever's the same goes in the middle between the two. Some people use circles to do it, but it's the same thing. The things on the outside are what they do not have in common. The things in the middle are what they have in common. So passage 2 has red stars. See, that one does not have red stars. Passage 2 has 2 circles. See that? No circles there. And then passage 2 also has 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one only has 3. So, but here's some things in the middles where we say what they have the same. That's where we compare them and say they're the same. So the things that they have the same is 2 stars. They both have 2 stars. That's true. And they both have 1 blue diamond. That's true. So on the outside, we say what's different about them, and on the inside, we say what is the same. So let's try this out with another picture. So here we have 2 pictures. Here's picture 1, and here's picture 2. You would do the same thing. You could pretend this is a story 1, and these are the characters in the story. This is story 2, and these are the characters in story 2. All right? So let's explore this. So what we're going to do is we're going to list the different things here that picture 1 has. Everything that picture 1 has, that picture 2 does not have, would go right here. Everything that picture 2 has, that picture 1 does not have, would go right here. That's right, you were thinking that. And anything that they have in common, we're going to place right here under both, because that's what they have the same. So let's do this one first. Let's figure out what picture 1 has that picture 2 doesn't. Well, when I look at it, I can see that Iron Man, his mask, he doesn't have a mask in this one. Iron Man doesn't have a mask in this one, and Iron Man does have a mask in that one. On this one, I can see that Iron Man, like I said, is one of those. And let's take a look at some of the other things. So Iron Man without a mask. All right. Now, let's take a look at picture 2. Picture 2, what are some things that picture 2 has that picture 1 doesn't? Well, one's really obvious. Picture 2 has Spider-Man, and picture 1 does not have Spider-Man. And what we said before, Iron Man without a mask, with a mask. So there's Iron Man with a mask and has Spider-Man. So those are the 2 things that's different about this picture versus this one. In the middle, we're going to list the things that they have the same. So when we look at this, what are some things they have the same? Well, they both have Hulk. See, there's Hulk, there's Hulk. They both have Thor. There's Thor, there's Thor. Captain America, and looks like they're battling. So it looks like in the background I can see people flying around, and it just kind of looks like a battle or some chaos going on in the background. So this is how you compare and contrast. You talk about the different characters that they have, what the characters that they have different, and what they have the same. So when you go into your text, I want you to be thinking about how you can compare the story that you're reading now to maybe a story that you've already read before. Think about the things that your stories have in common. What are the things that they have in common? Those things that would be in the middle. And what are some things that your stories have that are different than each other? And that's called comparing and contrasting.